해피터 코리아 시청자 여러분 안녕하십니까. 저는 지금 유타주 공화당 전당대회가 열리고 있는 매브릭 센터에 왔습니다. 오늘 아침 방송을 통해서 잠시 알려드렸습니다만 오늘은 유타주 공화당 당의장을 선출하고 또 그 외에 간부들을 선출하는 큰 행사입니다. 이 자리에는 밋 람니 상원의원을 비롯해서 유타주 출신의 두 분의 상원의원, 즉 마이클 리 상원의원과 네 분의 하원의원 또 참석하는 주지사 물론입니다. 공화당 당원들, 대의원들이 참석하는 대단한 큰 행사입니다. 지금 제가 이제 안에 들어가서 좀 상황을 좀 보도록 하겠습니다. 저도 저쪽으로 한번 내려가 보겠습니다. 지금 각 후보들이 유타주 당중의 후보들이 지금 간판과 선거들이 지금 복잡해 있습니다. 그래서 우측에 검정색 마크에서 곧 아마 대형 투표가 시작될 예정이고, 대형 투표는 자기가 갖고 있는 전화기에서 투표를 할 예정입니다. 마스크 하고 있는 사람 아무도 없습니다. 놀라지 마시기 바랍니다. 오늘 2021년 5월 1일 토요일이고 여기는 유타주 지금 공화당 유타주 당의장을 뽑는 전당대회입니다. 그래서 마이크 쓴 사람이 마스크 쓴 사람이 안 보이죠. 저는 이제 다시 마스크 사용하겠습니다.
I don't know why.
I practiced law in Salt Lake City, graduated from Greenville High School. I was initially approached about running for state chair about 6-8 weeks ago. I'll be honest with you, my initial response was I don't want to do that. I got a lot more pressure, I got a lot of people calling me, and I put a lot of work into my time as chair of Utah County.
We're not known for. Here's our platform.
Young machine company business.
On that role at the national level, I help train treasurers, and at the state level, I extensively help train local treasurers.
All right, I'm Tommy Bell, and this is against transgender medicine on children, against puberty blockers. I think that puberty blockers is child abuse, tantamount to child abuse, because they're allowing kids who their minds aren't fully developed, and they're allowing them to make the decision to go through transition surgeries. I mean, this has happened on 3-year-olds. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't be allowed. And I think it's genital mutilation. And the World Health Organization said that genital mutilation is a violation of human rights. And it's a cause that we should do everything we can to stop it. And Governor Cox said that he would veto the bill that went through last year to stop this.
So what's the happening in Utah right now? Is the state Senate or House of Representatives, are they trying to pass the bill?
So there's a bill that's stopping this.
Oh, okay.
And last year it fell dead. And it stopped because it never passed through. And Governor Cox said he would veto the bill. And so we're trying to bring up the bill again in a special session so we can stop the
bill.
Yeah. No. So we can get the bill forward to stop transgender medicine.
I see. All right, thank you so much.
There's a website you can go to right here. Promise to Utah's Children.
In 2018 in Ogden with me. So I have a good friend and her husband, Gary. All right, any more questions for me? You guys have backed up. I must be spitting.
You brought up freedom in your last answer, and it reminded me of Elder Oak's address in the last conference. I don't know if you listened to it or not, but what was your takeaway from that?
Well, that would go to religion, separation of church and state. It was an answer I've been waiting for from Elder Oaks for a good long time. Purple.
You have been so patient. I am so sorry.
Thank you, Tina. My name is Hubert, and I'm a Korean American. And if I'm not mistaken, I might be the only Korean American state delegate representing this convention today. Maybe the only Asian. So my question is this: the Utah is one of the 50 states in the United States that has growing states, and with increasing the Asian populations. So every time when I come to convention, well, by the way, I've been a resident of Utah about 6 years, and I served 22 years in U.S. Army. So every time I come to convention, I keep asking myself, why am I the only one? So as a chair, as a prospective chair of the GOP Utah, what would you do to recruit or to encourage more Asian Utahns join the GOP and the support our party?
Do you want my honest answer?
Do you want my honest answer? How do you improve it? Okay, so I had this experience as a missionary when I was young. And I took someone to a meeting that I thought was absolutely incredible as I shared the gospel of Jesus Christ with them. And I came out of that meeting thinking it was the greatest, most wonderful experience I'd ever had. And I turned to her and I said, "What'd you think?" And she said, "There's no one here like me." And I looked around for the first time and realized she was the only black woman in the room. You don't see it that way, because I didn't see it. But you know what I would do? My honest response to you is you would be on all of my literature. Because people need to see themselves in the organization that they want to be a part of. And that's happening to our youth, that's happening to women, that's happening to minorities and everything. We need to represent, and our leadership needs to represent our membership. And that's how you do that, is people need to see themselves in the party. So that's a little more difficult because as Republicans, we have a hard time articulating or talking about things that are difficult to talk about. So I appreciate the question because it gets asked to me. I served as the only woman on my county council out of 7. It's a difficult spot because did they just disagree with me, or was I? Yeah, there's the thing. But you feel different. And that only changes when we get more people involved. And so the solution to both of our problems is more people involved. And we do that by being really proactive in our messaging and sharing those messages. This is the Republican Party on the platform. And that platform speaks to everyone, whether that's women, whether that's Asian Americans, whether that's Latino. You talk to someone from Venezuela, and they are the staunchest conservative, fiscal conservative you ever care to meet. And they have a place in this party, and they need to be here on the messaging. They should be the primary speaker at every Lincoln Day dinner across Utah, talking about how quickly Venezuela turned to a failed state in one generation. So those are the same issues that you and I can bring and that we can talk about.